Do-It-Yourself Dell here with Matt, and this is our first installment of the Summer Blockbuster Newscast. And our subject matter today is Ted Kaczynski, and
also known as the Unabomber.
The Unabomber, born May 22nd, 1942, deceased June 10th, year 2023 at age 81. He went to Harvard at age 16, and he became a professor of mathematics, and he changed his career to domestic terrorist around 1978. And I'm going to let Matt continue on from here.
So, over the course of his life, he began to develop more of an anti-industrial, anti-capitalist outlook on life. His mental well-being started to decline. This eventually led to him killing 3 people and injuring 23 others. He was convicted and sentenced to, according to our sources, either 4 to 8 life sentences in prison, plus 30 years. Ted Kaczynski's investigation by the FBI was the longest and most expensive investigation of that year, which was 1979.
That 30 years was tacked on because he maimed people. He mailed his bombs in some cases in the mail, and so that was part of his sentence.
He wrote a manifesto, which some of you in the audience might know as Industrial Society and Its Consequences, which was a screed about the failures of modern society and the likelihood that modern society will decline due to the prevalence of automation and technology.
35,000 words.
At some point moved into a remote cabin in Montana where he did most of his plotting and creating of bombs, and he was sentenced mostly for making improvised explosives, not only delivering bombs to people's houses, but also placing them at populated buildings in order to cause damage and personal injury.
And also on his list was an airline, a computer store, academics, and others. A diversified list of targets. And he seemed rather adept at accomplishing his goals. He also, after the manifesto was published by the New York Times and the Washington Post, somehow his brother-in-law, I think, and wife got involved in it, and somehow they tipped off the FBI to finding him in his cabin in Montana. So he had a career starting these bombs in 1978, and I don't think he was picked up until 1995. So he had quite a career, and that, incidentally, I'll have Matt explain a little bit about the FBI quest to find him as to what type of manhunt it was.
Ted Kaczynski would often leave evidence behind that misled police and other investigators as to the whereabouts of his location, as well as the places he was likely to attack, which is what increased the duration of the investigation.
And so this was the longest and costliest manhunt in history. Or maybe qualify that the longest and costliest FBI manhunt.
Up to 1979.
Yeah, up to that point. Yeah.
His death in prison was ruled a suicide as of 2023, and investigations are still ongoing, which have also led to a lot of speculation in the public eye. This has been the Dell Do-It-Yourself Breaking News Network.
So, as I said, this is the first installment of our Summer Blockbuster News, and we tend to have items come up as they come along and as they happen, and I'm hoping personally that they're not all this somber, negative, macabre, eerie kind of items. But we felt it needed to be here on the news. So, well, we'll sign off on that one now, and we hope you enjoy this program. Let us know.
Thank you for watching.